Hey guys, it's Sean here from Talon. First things first, we're on fucking Counter-Strike 2. How exciting. We thought we'd put this little video together just to talk a little bit about our entry into Counter-Strike 2, the logic around it, the players that we've brought in as part of this project, some of our short and long-term goals, as well as our end dream objectives that we want to hit in Counter-Strike 2. So when Jazz and I founded Talon in 2019, or left our jobs to full-time do this, we had a mission statement and objective to build an Asia-Pacific super team and also to build a platform that could represent the best of Asia-Pacific, and that meant having teams from Japan down to Australia. We've been very fortunate over the last couple of years that we've now built 12 different esports in 8 different markets, and this is due to the love and support that we've got from our fans, our community, the sponsors, the partners, everyone that's been part of this journey to put us where we are today. As part of the expansion plan, we've been looking at Australia for a bit of time. Q3 last year, we started exploring to see what type of title we wanted to do in Australia. And given sort of the titles that we've done in the past and what's left, one of the ones that we're really excited by was Counter-Strike 2. And this is also driven by a lot of the historical success of some of the amazing Australian Counter-Strike players, as well as teams like Renegades, Greyhounds, and even FlyQuest now have had a lot of success on the international stage. We do know that Australia faces some commercial difficulties and logistical issues being so far away from everything else, but we feel like the unique footprint that we've built here at Talon can help solve some of those potential issues and provide a springboard for Aussie talent, Asian talent within Counter-Strike to be successful in the future. This one is particularly meaningful for us. Jazz and I, if you don't know, the two co-founders of Talon are actually both from Australia. Shout out to Melbourne. We've spent the majority of our lives in Australia and came to Hong Kong about sort of 10, 12 years ago for various bits and pieces. I feel like the reason why we were in esports was the time that we had in Australia playing games, CS 1.6, Unreal Tournament, Quake on those Telstra and Optus servers. And also I feel like a lot of the values that we've learned in Australia growing up as kids have helped us to be successful where we are today. And for that, we're super appreciative. We've been keeping an eye on the Aussie esports scene. I think we've generated some of the best talent, some of the best casters, some of the best content creators in the world have come from Australia. And we hope that with the network that we've built throughout Asia Pacific and globally, that we can continue to support the Australian esports ecosystem and provide additional resources to really help further develop and grow the scene in Australia. To talk a little bit about the team and the philosophy we have here at Talon from a performance perspective, we've built 12 different teams, delivered over 45 different championships across multiple games, and have a particular way that we like to build and grow teams. Everything we do, we always build from scratch, and there are key values that we kind of look for in coaches and players in order to sort of build success, and we've found that that's been replicated across many different titles. So, some of the anchor points that we really think are important. Number one, we always believe having great leadership inside the team is really important from the coach and captain's point of view. Additionally, we feel like training with the best in the world, iron sharpens iron, is a really strong component that we think has to be fulfilled within any team to be successful globally. And additionally, we have some values that we really look for in players, strong work ethic, ability to understand what teamwork is, ability to take feedback, and to remain humble. And so we've applied these type of thinkings and philosophies, and we've built this squad now, which we're very excited to announce. From the leadership perspective, we have Azza, who's a very experienced IGL and Australian captain. Our coach, DJL, as well, is also very, very experienced and supported by our player Major Kenneth. We think the leadership team that we've built here can really provide a solid foundation for the young players that we've brought in. Additionally, we've kept the core within Oceania, so we've brought in Nedic, Addict and Hazza, who are from New Zealand and Australia respectively, but these kids are cracked, they can shoot, they're very young, they're eager to learn. We're very excited to bring them in. Additionally, we've brought in MHL, the AWPA from Europe, previously from Team Falcons and different teams in Europe. We felt like the AWPing position perhaps was not the strongest from the Oceania regions, and we've supplemented that with some European talent. To address some of the issues, I guess, that some of the Australian CS has always faced in regards to logistics on having quality training partners, I can say that we have now built a European facility, which will mean the majority of our players will be spending the majority of the year in Europe training with the best teams in Europe, because we do feel iron sharpens iron. And one of the biggest stumbling blocks and hurdles that we've seen for the Australian CS is the fact that there are not sufficient training partners, and of the training partners, let's say in Asia, the ping is just too high for them to get the right practice. So we've invested very heavily into that. We do have a facility in Europe, the boys are there now. We'll share more about that in the future, but we're very excited to build these logistics out in order for us to be able to fulfill the objectives that we want to achieve. For our short-term and long-term goals, I'd like to go through them in a little bit of detail. So firstly, from the short-term goals, we've obviously built this brand new squad. A lot of these players haven't played together before or even traveled overseas or experienced a boot camp overseas for extended periods of time. Our objective in the short term is to get everyone gelled together, spending time together, training together, and also define the way that we want to play CS with our coach and our IGL. Also, there is obviously something called the Shanghai Major looming at the end of the year. We are hoping that we are able to qualify as a short-term goal, but the real objective for now to the end of the year is to get as many tournaments and many reps in order to define sort of the way that we want to build and play Counter-Strike. For the long term, we want to develop Asian CS or Asia Pacific based CS. We've been inspired by teams like Mongols and other teams from the region, and we really feel like the footprint that Talon has can provide a unique sort of opportunity for Asian CS, Asian Pacific CS, Oceania CS to be given the right opportunities to become the best in the world. I feel like technically, some of the best players in the world across various camps can come from our region. It's just about giving the right resources and the environments for them to be successful. We're super excited to invest into that. Additionally, with our partners and for Australia and the Oceania region, we will be working with our partners to create more community and grassroots opportunities for CS2. We hope that we can build more tournaments, community tournaments and opportunities for players here, and really hope that we can contribute and help build into the infrastructure and the grassroots and the ability for players to be able to get to the world stage via sort of the systems and processes, academies that we'll be building in the future. Additionally, a little bit outside of Counter-Strike, but I guess it's also counted as Counter-Strike 2, we are looking to see how we can develop further pathways for oceanic talent to be pushed into Asia and globally. We want to be able to support games like Valorant, Counter-Strike, Dota, League. We have a unique footprint, as I mentioned, across many different esports across Asia Pacific. And if there are pathways and academies that we can build in order for Australian talent, oceanic talent, to be pushed to the global stage, this is something that we're looking to invest and grow into the future as well. We're super excited to be part of the Counter-Strike community and being here with everyone. We hope that we can be a good representative for the oceanic region, Asia Pacific region for Counter-Strike 2. It's a new game, Talon fans to cheer for. I'm very excited to be here, and yeah, let's get it.